France, welcome in my studio. It's time for a nice chocolate cup. It's sunny but very cold. So the first design I show you is this one. It's just a design for the pleasure to show you the kind of work we can do in this school. I'm Francois Deprez in France, and for this shape I work with salix, and I give a shape to the salix to keep the feeling of the snow moving like this in the air when you have a lot of snow. I just love the snow and the winter. And the anthurium are in tubes. The tubes are hidden with some black leaves. Just there, you don't see them. It's some little tubes covered with black preserved leaves. So it was just, this one was just for the pleasure, to show you something different. Then we speak about the design of the day. So first of all, I will show you all my mechanics, and I choose to work with Populus alba siberica for two reasons. First of all, this is a foliage really available in my country, and second reason, I have some little tricks with the Populus alba. So, do you know, you can just put the leaf in your freezer, and when you need them, you just take the leaves and leave them defrost a little, and then you just take your hot glue gun and the leaves are perfect. So this is one option. The other option, I just discovered it last day, is when the leaves are very dry, you just take an iron, I don't know the name in English for that, and with steam, and you steam the leaves, and they are flexible again. You can just glue them again. So the idea is to work with these leaves of Populus alba. So the very nice thing is they are white in one side, so it's really nice for winter, and black in the other side, and not really fragile. You can glue them, you don't see the glue. So I choose to work with polystyrene extruded. I made a triangle, but you can of course do the shape you want to do with your container, matching with your container. And I use also another shape, a circle, because I always love to have, what I say to my students, give the people the feeling of a surprise. So it's magic when people arrive in front of the design, and when you have something like this, say, oh, how did she do to do it like this? And so I will show you my little tricks. So first, you choose your shape, you glue the leaves all around your shapes, two shapes if you want. And another little trick is, I use a container, it's not this one, with a very, very narrow opening. And people always ask me, how do you do to fix your mechanic on this kind of container? So my little trick is, I use this kind of, it's a plastic, you know, when you go in big supermarket and when you buy a computer or big machine, they are in the cardboard with this kind of plastic. I don't know really. It's really strong, but it's also flexible. So easy, where's my knife? You cut a piece of this polystyrene. Then you cut and you just push it like this, because it's very flexible. So you push it like this in your opening. And when it's done, you cut it like this all along the edge. You see, so you don't see anything, and you have something very strong inside who will not move at all. So now the idea is to fix the cardboard. So I take a big piece of white like this, and I just go through really in the middle. Then I take my piece of polystyrene, just covered by leaves. I put a kebab inside. Then You make it very sharp and you go through again, and look, you have a magic shape. Okay, so this is the first part, all my mechanics. So for this design I use some limonium because it's a dry plant material I had in my studio. As I told you, I don't have any flowers at this moment, and this dry limonium just gives me the feeling of snow also. That's why I choose it, and it matches for me very well. The color match with Populus alba, and you have a good contrast of texture also. So the idea is to use that, and I'll show you the beginning. So this is the beginning of the shape. So you have the limonium, I fix some little stars, and to give a movement to this design, of course, I put a piece of acrylic. I love that. This is a very flexible acrylic, very light, and you just take off the paper and you have something transparent to keep the light, and you will see at the end why I choose to keep the light like this. So on one side you have this, and on the other side, because I need of course some flowers, so I choose to work with something available in my garden, the Stachys byzantina. So I just fold the Stachys byzantina and I just turn them to make like a little flower like this. So you fold, you turn, and you give the feeling to have a little flower like this. Okay, then a little glue gun, and you can fix it behind your design to bring something different and to add your water tubes. So look at the back of the design. I work with little water tubes, the one I love, the very thin one, like this. And I covered my water tubes with the Stachys byzantina, and I fix them, I just glue them in the back. So I have a lot of water, a possibility of water for my flowers. And now I will use some orchids. So the limonium are just pinned because it's a dry plant material, so you don't need any water for that. So I just pin the limonium on the shape, and of course I will bring some snow with some orchids. In the design. So we bring the light and we bring the feeling of snow like this. And now the little final touch is just to spray some glue, and you spray the glue and you bring some snow in the design. And because the acrylic is very light, you also have a little movement like this when you have some hair coming in your house, and I think it's lovely. I just do it like this, put it in place. Okay. So I hope you enjoy this design, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye. So now I have some help. and I can turn my design so you can see all the details. So you see with the acrylic it's moving, so it gives you this feeling of instability, but in fact it is very stable and strong. So I hope you enjoy my snow and my feeling of winter. See you soon. Bye bye.